You made a difference. Your life's work was an investment in us, and guess what? You made us different. Time and distance has separated us from our alma mater, but you prepared us to tackle the challenges of college and question the status quo of our industries. You set up an environment for rigorous development, and you hardwired us for success. We hit the ground running, and run we did. Now, we are challenging the limits of health, business, engineering, and the arts, with a keen focus on the tenets of leadership and character. With only 13 graduating classes to its name, Oxford was something special from day one. With every passing day, you help to refine the experience, champion innovative learning techniques, incorporate new technologies, and foster personal relationships. Today, we return the generosity. We say 1,000,000 times over, thank you. We entrusted you to chart us on a course of success while giving us the tools to get there. And you broadened our worldview, challenged our perspectives, and instilled in us a desire to give back, to create community. We recently started our alumni outreach and solicited input. How well did Oxford prepare you for college? Overall, how would you rate your experience at Oxford? See, give us a few years and our high school angst transitioned into gratitude. Here's what a few students had to say. Too many shout-outs. Oxford was a family. Mr. Hogan's choir program and being part of Miss Taylor's cluster family. Mr. Chaldu. He taught me to push myself, both physically and mentally. Miss Taylor and the gamut. Joining the paper and working with Miss Taylor as our advisor was what made me realize I wanted to get into journalism as a career. Mr. Stevens for being the real homie. He told me not to stress out about grades and how living life was more important. Mr. Viramontes in Calc BC, best class ever, really prepared me for math in college. Miss Hale and Mr. R had a huge impact on my life. I work in the business world because of them. Mr. Hoshi, he taught me to always be brave and that the only obstacle in your way is yourself. Shout out to the Oxford cross country and track and field teams for the lifelong friendships that formed on our long road runs and meets. Instrumental music for all the awesome trips and memories. The entire Oxford administration was incredibly helpful to me in my time of need and supported all the STEM activities. Looking back, my experience in the business classes and in FBLA with Mr. R very much helped me in my first 2 years of my career, especially given I didn't receive any business training in college. The best discussions of some of the greatest pieces of literature I have ever had were in Mr. Hodge's class. Thank you for preparing me for my core English classes at UCI. Show choir, dancing, singing, and performing was such a healthy outlet, and it allowed me for some of the most long-lasting relationships. The office ladies for always having my back, and the teachers who honestly saw past my adolescence and believed in my potential. I am forever grateful. So many things and people made me who I am. Mr. Stevens made me appreciate the unapologetic and ever-inquisitive nature of science. All the incredible math and English teachers, Viramontes, Anderson, both Seguins, Malash, Purrington, Erickson, the whole 9 yards. The school is only as good as its vibrant and enthusiastic teachers. Now we're creating something meant to be much bigger than the sum of its individual parts. Now, remember, we have some amazingly successful individual parts. So imagine for a second how powerful this exponential sum could be. The Oxford Alumni Network. We have a mission to serve, reach, and engage all Oxford alumni and students. To foster a lifelong intellectual and emotional connection between Oxford and its graduates, and to provide the school with goodwill and support. We want you to know that we're here to help. We want to be a resource to current students, to help you add depth and outside experience to the learning environment. Please, no idea is too big or too small. We want to pass forward the favor and continue to inspire the students who sit in the chairs we left behind, in the locker rooms we vacated, in the classrooms that held our fondest memories, and on the lunch tables that held our social encounters. We know that Oxford is something unique. We're living proof, and it's our goal to be a pioneering alumni association on a high school campus. In a collective voice, thank you.